Welcome back, y'all. This is Church of Y'all Ministries, Minister Arthur Williams. Coming back with another video. We continue in the John series. We're going to talk about the John chapter 9. Last video, it was John chapter 8. We talked about the adulterous woman. Christ saying before, going at it with the Pharisees, talking about before Abraham was, I am, declaring the Lord's name as his own, saying he is God, so his deity, his divinity. So we're gonna jump right into it because it's hot in here. I have to do this video in the car because during the move, just a little bit about the move. I stay with my brother right now. We got to move to a 2-bedroom still. We're working on that. So when he be at work, I'll be in this room doing the videos. But he's at home right now because he work close to the same time I work. So yeah, I got to do it in my car. So we're about to get right into it. It's hot in here. Yeah, let's get into it. John chapter 9. Oh. In John chapter 9, verse 1. And as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And the disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answered, Neither has this man sinned nor his parents, but the works of God should be made manifest in him. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. When he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clay of the spittle, and he anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay. And he said unto him, Go wash in the pool of Siloam, which is by interpretation sent. He went his way therefore and washed and came seeing. The neighbors therefore and they which before had seen him that was blind said, Is it not this he that said that said, Is not this he that sat and begged? Some said, This is he. Others said, He is like him. But he said, I am he. Therefore said they unto him, How were thy eyes open? He answered, said, A man that is called Jesus made clay and anointed my eyes, and said unto me, Go by the pool of Siloam and wash. And I went and washed and received sight. Then said they unto him, Where is he? He said, I know not. They brought to the Pharisees him that aforetime was blind, and it was the Sabbath day when Jesus made the clay and opened his eyes. Then again the Pharisees also asked him how he had received his sight. He said unto them, He put clay upon my eyes, and I washed, and do see. Therefore said some of the Pharisees, This man is not of God, because he keepeth not the Sabbath day. Others said, How can this man that is a sinner do such miracles? And there was division among them. They said unto the blind man again, What sayest thou of him, that he has opened thine eyes? He said, He is a prophet. But the Jews did not believe concerning him that he had been blind and received his sight, until they called it the parents of him that had received his sight. And they asked him, saying, Is this your son, who they say was born blind? How then doth he now see? His parents answered them and said, We know that this is our son, and he was born blind. But by what means he now seeth, we know not. Or who hath opened his eyes, we know not. He is of age, ask him, he shall speak for himself. These words spake his parents, because they feared the Jews, for the Jews had agreed already that if any man did confess that he was Christ, he should be put out of the synagogue. Therefore said his parents, He is of age, ask him. Then again called they the man that was blind, and said unto him, Give God the praise. We know that this man is a sinner. He answered and said, Whether he be a sinner or no, I know not one thing. I know that whereas I was blind, now I see. Then they said to him again, What did he to thee? How he opened thine eyes? He answered them, I have told you already, and ye did not hear. Wherefore would you hear it again? Will ye also be his disciples? Then they reviled him and said, Thou art his disciple, but we are Moses' disciple. We know that God spake unto Moses, As far as this fellow, we know not from whence he is. The man answered and said unto them, Why herein I made marvelous thing, that ye may not from whence he is, and yet hath opened mine eyes. Now we know that God heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshipper of God, and doth his will, him he heareth. Since the world began, was it not heard that any man opened the eyes of one that was born blind? If this man were not of God, he could do nothing. The answer said unto him, Thou was altogether born in sins, and dost thou teach us? And they cast him out. Jesus heard that they had cast him out, and when he had found him, he said unto him, Dost thou believe on the Son of God? He answered, said, Who is he, Lord, that I might believe on him? And Jesus said unto him, Thou hast both seen him, and is he that taketh with thee? He said, Lord, I believe, and he worshipped him. And Jesus said, For judgment I come into this world, that they which see not might see, and they that would see might be made blind. Some of the Pharisees which were with him heard these words and said unto him, Are we blind also? And Jesus said, If ye were blind, ye should have no sin. But now ye say, We see, therefore your sin remaineth. So that's the end of chapter 9. So basically in this whole chapter is the healing on the Sabbath. And Jesus healed the man, he made him see. And the Pharisees just could not believe that he's of God, making him see. Like, how did you be able to see? They had to go inquire of his parents, and Jesus found him that because they cast him out, and he was able to tell him, like, do you believe on the Son of God? And he worshipped him. So that's the end of chapter 9. That's all I got for you today. Yeah, we gonna keep going. I'm making these videos. Yeah, it takes a while. Not many people are viewing them, but I'm gonna keep making them. All right. Thank you.